I'm bitter. My parents got divorced at the worst possible time, okay? Statistically proven one of the hardest ages for a child to cope with divorce, which was 27. No, guys, think about it, okay? It sucks when your parents get divorced in your 20s because nobody feels bad for you at all, right? You break the news to one of your friends and they're probably just gonna be like, oh my God, good for them. Yeah, think back to elementary school. We all knew some kid whose parents got divorced. They probably got special treatment, all right? When my parents got divorced, I was bussing tables at a restaurant. I went up to my boss, I was like, I'm gonna need to take a night off and just kind of clear my head. And she went, yeah, you're fired. We have footage of you doing whippets in the walk-in freezer. I think the worst part about being single this day and age is going on trips with couples. Because when you go on a trip with a couple as a single person, you always get the worst goddamn sleeping arrangements. Right? You show up to the Airbnb and one of them's always like this. Huh. As if they haven't already thought about it. They're like, well, shoot. I guess since we're a couple, it would probably make sense for us to take the bedroom. You know, with all the beds and the pillows and the warm blankets. And how about this, Ryan, since you're 30 years old and you seem to be spiraling towards a lonely, miserable, sad existence, you're gonna be sleeping in the living room on this old wet towel. Also, go ahead and check your Venmo. We're gonna be splitting this entire experience equally. Growing up, my mom used to love to tell us about our Native American heritage, which is the Nez Perce tribe from the Pacific Northwest. Oh yeah. I think there's so much pride in this country when it comes to being Native American, but there's also a lot of challenges too. And I say for me, the hardest part about growing up Native American was becoming a man, taking a DNA test, and then finding out I was actually 0% Native American. Turns out we were not Nez Perce. This is very common. We were actually liars. And I see some of you looking at me like, yeah, no shit. Well, not only did my mom tell us we were Native American, she told us that we were all direct descendants of a man named Chief Timothy. Yeah, he sounds like a narc, doesn't he? So I remember when Elizabeth Warren got in trouble for embellishing her Native American ancestry. I saw that, and I was like, I will be voting for her. Because our tribe has to stick together, okay? I think our idea of gender is changing, which is awesome, because I used to get ridiculed by my dad for not being man enough. Remember that, fellas? Hey, man up, be a man. God, I'm so glad that we're moving past all this toxic masculinity bullshit. I think it's time to usher in a new era of toxic androgyny. Yeah, that's right. Gender norms might be going away. Shitty parenting, that's gonna be here forever, baby. Woo! I'll tell you what, no son of mine will ever be allowed to play with dolls in my household, okay? Nor does he get to play with trucks either. Gender-neutral activities exclusively. Stamp collecting, boom, that's it. Picture this, it's 2044, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm vaping, right? It's the future. I'm drinking an NA40. I look over at my son, I'm like, hey, what's this I hear about you going out with a football team, huh? What's next? You want to change your name to something tough, like Andrew or Douglas? What's wrong with Zucchini? That's a beautiful name. Starts to cry, I'm like, oh, come on, be a them, they up. Something about me, I have actually never sent a dick pic in my entire life. Listen, I want to, okay? I'm just afraid that if I start taking dick pics, my iPhone's gonna do that thing where it randomly generates a video with all your photos. Right? It says like spring 2024. Get some jazz piano in there. Do you imagine I'm hanging out with my family? I'm like, Mom, get in here. Our trip to the reservation, let's watch. All right. I have been contemplating my sexuality lately, and here's what I think. I don't think I'm fully gay, but I do think I'm probably prison gay. All right? And I actually know I'm prison gay because in 2015 I got a felony drug charge and I got sent to jail, okay? And I have friends who have told me, oh, if I went to jail, I don't think I'd do anything gay. Well, guess what? That's what I thought, okay? But then you get locked up and you realize that everybody here, we all have needs, and quite frankly, you just do what you gotta do while you're in there. And now, granted, I was only in Boulder County Jail for 3.5 hours, but woo! Things got lonely. Thank you so much, guys.